Most national polls show widespread support and sympathy for people falling under DACA. Still, there are plenty of people against the program. Valley View News reporter Tory went to UC Berkeley to speak to opponents.
DACA was created by President Obama in 2012. The program gives minors who came to the U.S. illegally with parents temporary status. Some, like Berkeley College Republican Club leader Jonathan Chow, thinks being deported after spending your life in the U.S. is unfortunate. But he's a second-generation immigrant. His parents escaped communism in Cuba and China. He says DACA students should follow traditional immigration laws.
Went through all the paperwork, did the whole process, paid all the money, and became legal citizens. You know, they learned the language, which they had never known before. I feel sympathetic, but then at the same time, you know, it would be unfair. I agree with the decision by President Trump.
Chow says he's disrespected by some dreamers.
Like situations where they'll just come up to my face just because I'm a Republican, wearing or waving a Mexican flag in my face, or using it as a bandana because they're threatening me to do me bodily harm, and so they don't want their faces on camera or whatever. With a Mexican flag, chanting, not my president. Like, if you really believe that, then okay, so here's your chance to go back to wherever you think that your country is.
Nevertheless, Chow sympathizes with dreamers. Still, he wants a better path to citizenship, like what his parents had.
My parents did what they needed to do legally. I lost relatives in the process. We've lost so much. My parents had to start all over.
He wonders why DACA students didn't take action earlier.
You have been in this country for a while now, your parents or whatever, and never in that time you expected or thought that you needed to become an actual American citizen. Like, why not? This whole situation could have been avoided if they had just taken the appropriate steps.
Some supporters of Trump's stand on DACA, like Jay Robles, would support a pathway to citizenship if a dreamer served in the military.
That does show your dedication and allegiance to this country.
Robles says the law should be followed.
I'm not saying that they're not welcome, but I do feel that they need to do what they're supposed to through the legal system in order to get their citizenship and work their way up the ladder.
As many DACA recipients are unsure of their future, others continue to stand by the law. In Berkeley, I'm Tory, Valley View News.